Now that I have uploaded a couple of video reviews and after having had some time to think about them a bit more, I have come to the conclusion that I need to streamline everything a bit more, which was my original goal and what I expected would happen sooner or later. After all, you will never create a masterpiece at the first try. From now on, the hard facts and semi-objective metrics will be all condensed in a single slide. At one glance you will know whether it is a short, standalone high sci-fi novel with focused world building, a plethora of original ideas and a small cast of characters that is well liked by critics and the wider public. Or if it is a third 1000-page long entry in a space opera series with exceptionally detailed settings and a vast roster of characters, yet without that many groundbreaking concepts and which mostly appeals to a niche audience. Furthermore, this summary will be placed at the beginning of the videos, together with a brief and spoiler-free synopsis. My reasoning for the different semi-objective metrics, my more nuanced comments, and an overall opinion will follow as usual. And if the discussion requires it, there will be spoiler warnings as well, as you are used to it by now. Now, after this little bit of housekeeping, let us apply this new modus operandi to our next novel that we want to review. And for that, we have to at first follow Arnie's lead.
This is the plan. Get your ass to Mars.
Once more, we will venture to the Red Planet in The Martian, written and self-published by Andy Weir in 2011. The 384-page-long standalone novel describes the events that ensue on Sol 6 of the Ares-3 mission. The protagonist, botanist/engineer Mark Watney, is separated from his crew during a devastating storm which triggered the decision to abort their mission and to head back from the Martian surface to their spacecraft and ultimately to Earth. Presumed dead by his crewmates and everyone on Earth, Mark Watney is left alone on Mars. He has to survive the hostile Martian environment and has to find a way home. The Martian is unquestionably diamond hard on the sci-fi Mohs scale, with a very focused scope of the world, with a refreshing amount of new ideas, and with a small roster of characters. It was peppered with award nominations and ended up winning 6 out of 12 awards. It also scores a combined rating of 4.5 out of 5 on Goodreads, Library Thing, and Amazon, from hundred thousands of ratings. It is therefore not surprising that the novel was quickly adapted for the big screen in 2015, starring Matt Damon as Mark Watney and being directed by Ridley Scott. And I have to say, it is quite faithful to the source material and pretty entertaining at it. In the novel, the reader follows Watney's exploits on Mars by reading his log entries, which, owing to the circumstances, gives the book a more realistic feeling. This changes in later chapters a bit, specifically when some other point of view characters are involved. At this point, we also expand the horizon of the world outside the Martian surface. Nevertheless, there are only about 3 locations that we experience: Watney's habitat and rover on Mars, NASA's headquarters, and the Ares-3. Similarly, the number of characters is also quite small and focused, giving The Martian the qualities of a chamber play. The limited character development can be seen as a minor criticism. On the one hand, apart from the first chapter, Mark Watney never seems to display any substantial psychological trauma caused by his isolation and overall precarious situation, which you could expect. On the other hand, prospective astronauts undergo extensive physical and psychological evaluations, and individuals prone to crack under stress would never have made the cut. Also, the writing style in log form was probably not the best way to convey such inner emotional struggles. Furthermore, the logs can be interpreted as Watney trying to keep himself grounded, focused on the tasks at hand, and ultimately mentally sane as a form of therapy. Watney's motto to science the shit out of the problems Mars throws at him results in him describing in extreme detail his solutions, which not always work out as intended. At times, the novel can feel like a do-it-yourself guide or a lecture, but the entertaining and captivating writing style prevents boredom to ever emerge. Andy Weir's exceptional research and preparation during the writing of The Martian has resulted in it barely having any parts that could be questioned from a scientific perspective. Interestingly enough, the only point that seems unscientific is that the storm at the very beginning of the novel should never be able to impart enough momentum on neither the equipment nor the astronauts to cause any real danger. Thus, the storm should never have warranted an early end of the mission, nor Watney getting literally blown away. Apart from this, The Martian excels in conveying scientific principles in story form. This has even resulted in an edition of the book specifically dedicated for the use in classrooms, which includes further discussion questions and activities, and which has been stripped of the occasional swear word. There are only a few science fiction novels that achieved something similar. Overall, I can wholeheartedly recommend The Martian. Sure, there is only limited world building, and the characters can be a bit one-dimensional, but this is more than compensated by the captivating and gripping writing style that makes The Martian into a page-turner from start to finish. As a testament to this statement, The Martian is one of the few novels that I read in under 2 days. If you liked this video, you may also enjoy the other reviews and content on my channel. Feel free to leave a comment if you want to discuss the novels or if you want to suggest other books that I should review in the future. Please consider upvoting and subscribing, it is much appreciated. Thank you for watching, and until next time.